My friends and I have been urban explorers since high school. We were bored, so we broke into an abandoned house. It was fun, so we kept doing it. We liked the older places, houses that had been abandoned for 50 years or more, schools that had been shut down since before our parents were kids, stores so old that no one could remember what had once been. Occasionally we would take some of the things we found. No one was going to notice what was missing anyway. The latest house we went to was hidden away in a swamp. We'd heard rumors some old witch had lived there or a voodoo priestess, but that was the rumor for any abandoned house around here. The windows had been broken in several places, the roof had caved in, letting in plenty of sunlight. Nothing in the house seemed strange. Old furniture the animals had gotten into, rusted dishes in the kitchen, clothes in the bedroom that would fall apart if touched. One thing did catch my eye though. At the foot of the bed was a trunk that seemed to be in decent shape, a little TLC, and it could look pretty cool. I opened it up and looked inside. The smell of cedar filled my nose, and I smiled. I loved that smell. The trunk was empty, and large enough for me to crawl into. I closed the lid and called out to my friends to help me carry it to the truck. It was surprisingly lightweight. We had a rule that whoever sees it first gets it, so nobody argued with my claim to it. The next day I decided to clean up the trunk and realized it really didn't need a lot of work. A little sandpaper and wood oil and it looked great. The wood was a dark red and the trim was made from some sort of black metal. The hinges were perfect and didn't really need to be oiled at all. The inside was clean. In fact, it looked brand new. I put it at the foot of my bed and filled it with some old blankets I had. A few weeks later, several of my friends had a party at my house, and everyone slept over. I went to the trunk to get blankets for everyone, but when I opened it, it was empty. I was confused at first, then pissed off. I searched the house but couldn't find them. My grandma had made some of the blankets, so they had sentimental value to me. Everyone had more or less just passed out, so I decided to go to bed. Later that week I started spring cleaning. I was cleaning out my closet and tossed the old clothes I didn't want anymore into the trunk. I figured it was as good of a place as any to keep them until I was ready to take everything to the Goodwill. A few days later I went to gather them in bags. I opened the trunk and once again it was empty. I stood there, staring at it for a while. I knew it was ridiculous, but once the thought had entered my mind, I couldn't shake it. I grabbed my pillow, tossed it in the trunk, and closed the lid. I waited a few minutes, and opened it again. The pillow was gone.